Hey, before this video gets started, I'd like to ask you to do me a favor. If you find yourself watching this video, and obviously you have because you can hear this, if you decide for whatever reason to nope out of this video before it finishes, and I mean like well before it finishes, like before the halfway mark or at any point, like you decide like to leave before it's done, do me this favor and leave a comment down below explaining exactly why you're leaving. If it's my voice, if it's the audio, like the audio quality, if it's the co-host voice, if the video is just boring, doesn't matter what it is. Like even if it's like, well, I suddenly had to poop and I had to leave. Like doesn't matter what it is, just tell me what it is down below because I'm trying to boost audience retention. And I feel the only way to really do that is by having the audience tell me what's making them lose retention. So enjoy the show. Oh, goddamn. Send me over to be never seen again. Put the garbage in the fucking trash. Like, what is it? Yeah. Like, red roll, goddamn. Send me over to be never seen again. Put the garbage in the fucking trash can. I'll be down at the garbage, man. Try my best like can spray tans in the middle of the wintertime high school dance. I know they get no chance, goddamn. So Gerard out here fucking up.
Yeah.
Get on me. Get on me, but I'm on you all day. Get on me. So, shit. I realize I'm supposed to, but that doesn't make me want to do it. So yeah, he what?
He finally addressed the public.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I missed that. I 100% missed him
Oh, it
addressing
got
the public.
so much worse.
Are you okay? Well, tell me everything, and I'll if I already know, I'll let you know I already know. So, go for it.
So here's the thing. He finally made a statement. He finally made a 20-minute video. But before
It
that,
didn't need
let's
to be 20 minutes.
let's hang back for a second. Let's go back and talk a little bit more about Mudahar, because Mudahar and another YouTuber, I think his name's Carl, like those are the two main people who've been grilling him about this.
Yeah, it was it was them who who decided to look into it for one reason or another. Like, because like Muda did like a 55-minute long video. Like,
I think he's done like 6 videos about it.
yeah, but the last one was 55 minutes long, and I knew immediately about looking at the link, I didn't want to have anything to do with it. Hold on. Sharita, here you go, big eggy. I give you plenty of nutrients so you grow up to be big and strong. That's not how eggs work. Oh. Mario's already here. He's a fast one, he is. Oh.
I'm gonna lose my job.
Oh. It won't open. It's locked. I'm gonna jump on this egg. No, I'm not. It's locked. I have a key.
It's locked.
I'm so lonely. Will you play with me? Where? What part of you do you want me to play with? Thanks.
Thanks.
So yeah, go ahead.
So, okay, so I think the last time we talked about it, like I generally talked about how like Mudo kept going back and looking more into like some of these other things that just the math wasn't mathing about. Like in a lot of streams, he would say things like, "We don't touch the money and we don't like do this and that. Like it all goes to charity." When he's also openly said that some of the charity money does go to expenses for the charity events.
Yeah.
So, which one is true? And okay, so I guess I have to address the thing he's said now. So he did come out and he publicly stated like, yeah, this is a thing that's been happening. And I did make some statements during live streams. I did mislead you, and that's my bad.
You don't fucking say.
It could have ended there. It would have been fine if it ended there, because, mind you, that's 10 minutes of the video. Would you like to know what the other 10 minutes is dedicated to?
Defending himself, if I had to guess.
Not just defending himself. Threatening to sue Mutahar. 10 minutes of him threatening because of defamation.
You know what? Hold on. I want to say something real quick. Personally, I understand that it makes him look bad, but I cannot stress y'all enough that he's not wrong. And the thing I don't like about this the most is that, like, technically speaking, Mutahar didn't do anything illegal.
No, he just pointed out, like, public documents that anybody, literally anybody, could look at.
But it doesn't.
And said, like, hey,
but
the math here doesn't add up.
But that doesn't not make him a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't stress to y'all enough that I think like it's important to acknowledge that, like, just because what he did wasn't illegal or whatever, just because it wasn't illegal doesn't mean it wasn't a shitty thing to do. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think, like, yeah, it 100% does. Oh, I'm never gonna let you go. You're just too cute. So you just went back in the egg. That was it. All right. And
sometimes that's all you need.
But yeah, I think, like, it is what it is. And, like, I understand that it's like, well, if Muta and Carl hadn't done these things, then people wouldn't know what was going on. You're right. If they had not gone out of their way, we would not know. And I am not saying that that's a bad thing. But what I am saying is they did not have to make it, they didn't have to make content out of it. They could have spoken to Gerard directly and be like, hey man, we need to discuss this. They could have. They did not want to, but they could have. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead, continue talking.
But I will say, like, for what it's worth, like, in that initial call, like, because again, they did privately talk to him first. They contacted him first.
No,
before they
kind of didn't. They didn't. Like,
because in that initial video, they talked to him, like, they were in a call with him, and he had to okay things that he said, because there was like a 2-hour call that he, like, did with them.
Oh no, I'm aware.
Only like 10 minutes of it.
Yeah, no, I'm aware.
Was broadcast because of that.
Yeah, I am aware, but the thing I'm saying is, you could argue that, like, none of this, I wouldn't say black. I guess what I'm describing is blackmail, but I don't mean it to be blackmail. Hold on. I'm gonna mute there. That's much better. It's hard to talk and, you know, fucking. Sure, why not? Oh. So, like, all I'm saying is, like, they could have been like, yo, I think what needs to happen is we really do need to, we're aware that you haven't been completely honest with everybody about, like, what's going on with your charity work, and we don't want to, like, tell people, but, like, I'd like to know, like, why haven't you given the money? Like, on some, like, we're not friends, but I am curious, and I think it would be a good idea for you to go ahead and, you know, make that right. Wow. So yeah. Do you know what the thing? What is happening here? Why is this happening? It's him. It's the fan. It's the fan. I know it's the fan. Just walk into the fan and fight the fan. That's the objective. Because I'm dumb at this point because I keep fucking doing it. Yeah, just fight the goddamn fan. So yeah, go ahead. Just continue. That's just my opinion. I just don't think that it's I don't think it's fair to just be like, oh no, they're completely justified in doing what they did. No, they really weren't. Because you could argue that it's not their business at the end of the day, even if it's like, well, technically speaking, like it's public information. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you have the right to tell everybody about it. That's.
I mean, but the thing is, it's like, if they hadn't, would the money have ever been donated?
Who knows?
Because it's finally donated now.
Yeah, I know that much. And I can't stress enough that, like, a part of me doesn't give a fuck. Like, a big part of me doesn't fucking care.
I mean, but also, like, in this scenario, mind you, Gerard is proven time and time again at this point that, like, he is completely unreliable and he's completely just a liar. Like, he is making, like, completely, like, he's just lying about quite a few things. And spinning things in such a way to make himself seem like a victim.
Well, he kind of is a victim. Like,
I mean, he's a victim in the sense that, like, the internet's not going to ever respect him ever again. But, like,
hey, a victim's a victim. It doesn't matter, like, how he's a victim. He's a victim. Like,
but that's the thing, though, is, like, if he had just come out and said, like, yeah, this is a thing I did, like, and been, like, an adult about it, like, yeah, no one would feel that way.
Again, I'm not saying anybody's right or wrong here. What I am simply trying to imply is that I think that people have, like, the internet makes people forget.
There you go.
You said that like you told me where it was. Hush.
No, I didn't have to tell you. That's why I was saying, there you
go. King Nimbus is resting in bed after no running in the hole. All right. Mario. This can only mean that my mom and dad are here. It's locked. Wait a second. They gave me away. Oh, it won't open. It's locked. Leave it to me. Looks like it's up to me to get us out of yet another jam. Feast our eyes on this show of brains and brawn. Stand back. He did not stand back. The Smash Bros. Brawl all over again. Wait a minute. If my dad's really bedridden, we shouldn't make so much noise. We need another plan. Like, what the fuck is noise gonna... What does that have to do with anything? I guess we should find Valentina and force the truth out of her. But what about the door?
What about it?
I wasn't crying. Listen, you. Never, ever talk to the leader of the Bowser Minions like that. Oh, I hate that. I'll ignore it this time. But don't let it happen again. Blizzo! Queen Valentina. Blizzo is a rapper from Sacramento, California. For anybody curious. Queen Valentina, huh? So yeah,
no,
again,
I don't necessarily disagree that he shouldn't like the spectacle. Like, I do understand. Like, yeah, I can't disagree with that. I'm mostly playing devil's advocate about that.
Stop.
But the issue is that
Stop talking.
Like,
Stop talking.
Okay.
This man is so fat. It looks like he has a face under his face.
Like his nose could be just a face on itself.
It looks like he's wearing a mask. His chin looks like another Koopa nose. This man is fat. It's more impressive for people who don't know. A turtle shell is a living organism. Like, it is. So, like, for me, the fact that his shell has grown with him is impressive, to say the very least. All right. But yeah, continue. I will stop talking for the remainder of whatever you have to say, because I don't know. Because again, I still don't know what's going on, and oof, I can't help but.
So there was this general thing about like
Uh-huh.
He made claims that weren't true.
Did he?
And like it's very obvious that they're not true because he was talking about things that they had said, like that he said that weren't true. Like that's what he said in his response video to all this. But if you listen to like the things he was saying, and mind you, like that could be down to like he was panicking and he was just saying things, but it doesn't add up. Like the things he's saying don't add up because he's now saying that he knew all along that the money wasn't being donated. Like he always knew, and he knew that like it just wasn't being donated because it needed to go somewhere specific.
Yeah.
But in that call with Mudahar and that guy, he was saying he didn't know, and then when he like found out about it, he was like, "That's not fucking cool." Blah 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 blah. Like we gotta fix this. But again, in his response video, that's not what he's saying. He's saying he always knew that the money wasn't being donated.
What thing?
What was
I'm
that
not. Yeah, I'm gonna let Mark like try to finish because every time he tries to talk, I get involved. I'm not gonna read this because I paused to go on that tangent. So like, I'll just leave it up long enough for y'all to try to read it. Go ahead, Mark.
But yeah, which I don't disagree with anything you said. Like that's true. I don't know anything about like this beyond the information that Gerard is talking about because that's the only part that matters to me because I don't care about like the drama side of it. I just care about the factual side of it. But he is like making like he is just straight up lying about a lot of things.
Factual.
He's just claiming things that he's like on paper that like just aren't true, and he links to things that like he's basically linking the things that won't make a difference because he's now donated the money, which legally speaking I guess that like is good. I mean I would understand why he would like do the things that like would keep him from going to prison. That would make a lot of sense on his part.
Yeah, 100%.
Like for auditing. But yeah, I guess the general thing is like just admit you did a bad thing and just say like admit that like I said some things that like maybe like I said in the heat of the moment and I was terrified. I was just a man. Like I was just a man in a scary situation. I didn't know how to like really handle it. And that's like really bad on my part, and I do apologize. Just that's all I had to be.
Yeah, basically.
But now the internet is going to ostracize and like burn you even more because you're retaliating, more so than if you just ate shit.
I think that it's necessary for him to like do what he's doing because otherwise. People
I mean, going by the numbers at this point, like if he does go through with this, he's going to go to prison.
Why would he go to prison?
Because the facts just don't line up for him.
But that's the thing, though. I don't necessarily because it's not tax. Would you consider it tax fraud? Because they weren't...
No, it's the thing is like at this point, it's no longer tax fraud; it's charity fraud.
But that's the thing, though. It technically wasn't.
It was because he lied on a live stream about where the money was going, and that by definition, like in legality terms, is charity fraud. Regardless if it got donated, it's no longer tax fraud. It was tax fraud until like they donated it because there's no way to say it was tax fraud, but it was in fact like charity fraud. There's no way of going about it that isn't charity fraud.
The only reason I question is because like at the end of the day, like if you get that money. And he did like donate it. I guess the thing I'm looking at is he didn't use it. You know what I mean?
I mean, he did use it on stuff like for charity, like expenses.
Yeah, but I mean,
replace it.
He did or didn't?
He did replace it, but that's the thing is that like that's still lying. That's still charity fraud because it's you're making claims that aren't true about where the charity money is going, regardless if like the money came from somewhere else afterwards.
Because I would argue that
still...
you could say that technically speaking, he didn't lie. He said the money would go to a thing. The money did technically go to a thing. It just didn't go when he said it. He just didn't go within the time. It didn't go when we thought it would go. Because he didn't spend any of it. And if he dipped into it, he replaced it. And if and I keep saying it's probably not him directly. Because I've said this before. I've said this
it's a lot about his father. Like a lot of this is like his father and stuff at this point. But the issue is that he's just... I understand that, like, from a legal standpoint, he really does not want this to come back as, like, being something bad on his part. It makes sense.
Well, no one would.
It does.
Like, that goes without saying. No one would.
To push it further at this point, like, because, like, again, the audit is going to show that, like, they donated the money. Like, everything's going to be fine.
The fuck was that?
But if he fights it and does all the stuff that he's claiming he's going to do, like, it's not going to end well for him. Beyond just, like, the general, like, paperwork won't, like, look well for him in court, it also isn't just going to be good because he doesn't have as much money as Mutahar, and I don't blame to make it come down to that, but he doesn't.
The only thing I'm thinking about is, like, at the end of the day, like, it's not that he's not wrong to, like, be like, well, this is...
No, he's not. It makes sense that he wants to not look like the bad guy, because, like...
Because in theory,
like, a lot of it, like...
He wasn't the bad guy.
Made a mistake. Like, he was trusting that his people were doing the right thing, and he did that, like... in bad faith.
The old queen.
The old queen. But the fact that, like, he just won't let it go at this point, like, it's making it worse. And
well, again, I think that it's important. Again, I can't stress to y'all enough. I'm a poor black dude. I'm a black dude. I'm a poor dude from a poor city. And as a black person, we have certain rules that we follow within our communities. And one of the main rules in the black community is mind your fucking business. And if you don't understand how important that shit is, it's because you ain't ever been punched in the fucking mouth for running off with the fucking mouth. Now, if Gerard was stealing that money, lying about his intentions, and like the money didn't exist anymore, I would be like, yeah, lynch him. Fucking like take him to the cleaners.
But you want to know what? Like, we still don't technically know for sure that he didn't spend the money. All we know is that amount of money got donated. It could have came from somewhere else. He might have spent it. We don't know. But as far as the paperwork is going to show, like, it did get donated, and that's all that really matters, I do suppose. But again, like, yeah, but again, like, we don't have any way to prove otherwise.
Right. But Mutahar,
at this point, the only thing that matters is the claims he made. That's the only bad thing on his part. Like, legally speaking, that's it.
I really do feel like it's important that, like I said, it's important in my opinion. Wow, that's not what you look like. Wow, you got some guns on you, baby. She's not a bird. What the fuck is happening? What is this?
It's a boss battle.
Is that Squawk from Donkey Kong? Somebody want to talk to me about what just happened? All right. So the thing I was saying is, I think people like Muta, like, I think it's important that people like that don't think that it's okay to just do the stuff Muta's doing. Like, that's it. Like, I just think that it's gravely important that, like, people don't think that they can just do whatever they want to on the internet. Because, like, if you want to talk about, like, running the risk of, like, getting fucking, like, murdered, like, when you fuck with a man's livelihood, like, you are definitely running the risk of, like, you are definitely running the risk of getting, murderlated. Regardless of how you look at it. Like, you are running the risk of getting, like, killed because you don't fuck with a man's livelihood. Like, you just don't. That's a fucked up thing to do. Golly, why am I getting fucked up over here?
Because regardless of what happens at this point, like, he can't run Indyland ever again. Like, it's not gonna happen.
Well, I would say like it would make a lot of sense if Indyland just got shut the fuck down, because it's like.
Because I will say, like, looking at the response video, like, the comments are very anti-Gerard. No one is on Gerard's side for the most part.
And again, I think like a lot of that has more to do with the fact that like there's so many people. Wow, no weaknesses.
Because I do want to preface this by saying, like, me saying this is out of concern for Gerard at this point. Like,
he might.
I understand. He is scared. I don't blame him for wanting to like make this like right in his head, like legally speaking at the very least. Like,
I can see Gerard like considering Tempe Suicida. Like, I really can, because he really does come off as somebody who doesn't have the mental state required to deal with what comes from. Damn, this bitch ain't got no motherfucking weaknesses. I can't switch to Bowser because he's gone.
Are you still trying?
To do what?
Jesus Christ.
To do what?
Do a thing.
Not you weren't talking to me, yes?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, again, like, my only issue in all this is just if Gerard would just be honest, which I realize he's listening to lawyers. That's the important bit. Like, he's listening to people who have his best legal interest at heart. Like, but all the same, like, he is still a person at the end of the day. And I understand that. Because I don't, like, because again, I enjoy his content from time to time. I think that, like, he's a human being and he's probably, like, terrified because he's, like, in this situation where, like, he knows what happens to YouTubers when this sort of thing happens.
I've said in the past that, like, people need to realize that YouTube is indeed not a viable option for the rest of your life. Because it's just not. Like, it's not a 9 to 5. There's no, like, benefits to it. Like, fucking YouTube doesn't give it. Like, YouTube as a whole, like, Google doesn't give a shit about you, I guess, for the most part. Like, this bitch, yo, she is smart. Yo, this bitch, for real. Like, she is.
I mean, but going into what you said, yeah, if Mudahar was trying to claim that his channel isn't like a drama channel, it is. Like, that's all his content. He maybe posts something about the dark web or like security like risk stuff
from
maybe
time to time.
Every once in a while at this point. But yeah, his channel is like mainly like, this YouTuber did this, and like it's crazy.
And it's 100% the thing that people who watch his channel, it's what they're watching for.
Which I'm sure if, like, for anyone playing the home game, like, if you look at his channel and look at his view count and like watch the number game, like, you'll probably notice a trend.
Like, yeah, like when it was just like tech stuff or whatever the fuck, it went from I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. Like, we're like deep into this episode now, but like, she's got a lot of shit that I can't like block. Like, oh, we're gonna die now because I can't do anything. Okay, can I wait? No, wait. Mario, wake up. Mario, wake up. Mario, wake up. Mario, wake up.
Mario, wake up. Mm-hmm.
What's happening? How could you lose already? Well, come on, get over here. Is Bowser coming back? If Bowser comes back, we can pause the episode. Yeah, we can pause the episode. All right, we're gonna pause the episode, ladies and gentlemen. In the next episode, we'll take on the doo-doo and the queen. Is she sitting on a banana or a moon?
I think it's supposed to be a moon, but it does look like a banana.
That is the definition of an hourglass figure.
Literally, yeah.
Well, man, look. Again, like on the off chance that somebody who watches this is a super duper fan of Mutahar, you can feel free to send this to him, and like, you know, and I'm pretty sure like Mutahar like dig into my past and find out like, oh, you're a criminal and you've done stuff, and like now everyone hates you. It's like, yeah, thank you for like proving the fact that you are just a drama channel. Because I'm nobody. My opinion of you shouldn't matter, but I'm pretty sure that when you heard me call you a bitch and saying that you was on some fuck shit, pretty sure you saw that as an opportunity to get everybody to all riled up and hate on one of the smallest YouTubers to ever exist. And then what happens is they review bomb my channel, get my channel deleted, and then what did you gain? Nothing. Your soul just dies a little bit because, you know. I don't know, man, but I'll be real with you. If I was Mutahar, I wouldn't attack black or white people. You're the wrong shade of brown is all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You can attack Gerard because Gerard also is the wrong shade. Gerard's name ain't even right.
I mean, he halfway passes though. Halfway. Yeah, Gerard.
His name is Gerard. He does not almost pass. Like, yeah, if he doesn't speak, no, his beard and nah, dog. Like that's because you don't know no better. Nah, pimpin'. His hair and his beard give him away. If his hair was straight, you are 100% right. If he had straight hair, nah, his hair's the wrong kind of curly. It ain't like mine.
Yes, that is fair.
Yeah, it's the wrong kind of curly. Gerard triggers a racist. Please believe me. So does Mutahar. And again, like I just think that Mutahar was on some bitch shit, and what Gerard did was dumb. And here's something. Hold on.
Everyone's human and everyone's dumb.
And here's something that I don't think many people have said. I believe that it's completely plausible his dad set him up. Or someone else set him up.
Again, like we talked about that like a couple weeks ago.
Like Gerard.
Gerard was a scapegoat and he's just doing what he can to like pick up the pieces.
Because as far as he's aware, like that's all, he doesn't know what else to do. Because I can't stress to y'all enough, I don't believe that like somebody like Gerard is mentally the guy who's behind the money. I just don't. Like he does not come off as like I'm not calling him stupid, but I am saying that I don't think that he has the mental fortitude to manage that kind of thing.
I will say that like I don't want to be that person, but I don't feel Gerard has the mental fortitude to have intentionally done any of that.
Nah, bruh. I don't think it just would have crossed his mind to do it.
No.
You know what I mean? I ain't gonna even front. I don't necessarily know that it would have crossed his mind to quote unquote be sure the money is going to a good location. He seems like the kind of guy who would have been like, oh cool, like I can just give you guys the money. Like everything he said in that phone call sounds like some shit that he was told, and he was told it made sense. So he was like, oh that's cool, yeah, like you want to make sure it goes to a good place. That's really smart. Like that. Until next time, y'all, get out.